When I say I go, you say
Amen.
I go.
Amen. I go. Amen. I go. Amen. Leadership rules. Unity together. One.
How many guys are in your box? Imani? Ariana?
That's TV.
Thank you. Stereo, turn around. Move back over. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Oh, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
Okay. When I say I go, you say what? Amen. What does I go mean? I need your attention. So the word that we say is listen. What does I go mean?
Listen.
What does I go mean?
Listen.
When I say I go, you say what?
Amen.
I go.
Amen.
I go.
Amen.
I go.
Amen. Milner School rules. Umoja. Unity together. One.
Clap, clap, clap. Your turn. Okay, now listen to what I'm saying. Clap, clap, clap. Your turn.
Your turn.
Pat, pat, pat. Your turn.
Pat, pat, pat.
Your turn.
Umoja. Your turn.
Umoja. Your turn.
Milner.
Help me out now.
Milner School rules.
It's gotta fit this. Okay, come on. Say it.
And leadership rules. And leadership rules.
Okay, your turn. Say it. Your turn.
And leadership rules.
That was weak.
Yes.
Your turn.
And leadership rules.
Okay. Unity.
Unity.
Look at my hands. Unity.
Unity.
Together.
Together.
One. Because that's what Umoja is. Unity together one. And we need to understand how we practice intergenerationally unity together one. When I say I go, what you say?
Amen.
I go.
Amen.
I go.
Amen.
I go.
Amen. Leadership rules. Umoja. Unity together. One.
When I say I go, you say
Amen.
When I say I go, you say
Amen.
When I say I go, you say
Amen.
When I say I go, you say what?
Amen.
I go.
Amen.
I go.
Amen.
I go.
Amen.
Okay, your turn.
When I say I go, you say
Amen.
I go.
Amen.
I go.
Amen.
I go.
Amen.
rules. Umoja. Unity together one.
There's a lot more autonomy with a charter school than a regular public school. So that means that the administration, it's supposed to be kind of like chosen and created by the community itself. That's kind of the charter school model. But the administration has a lot of autonomy or decision making on as to what the curriculum is, what the structure of the school is, how is it broken down. Right.
If I understand it correctly, that now Milner will try to be transformed into the model that Jumoki has adopted. Am I
Yes.
correct?
while this is going on. Okay? And you workers do not speak if you do not have the attention of the speaker. Do not speak. You say I go and expect them to listen and do what they need to do. We're not going to be disrespectful in this circle.
So today in our class, we learned what was? What's that miscellaneous limit? Diet what? Diaphragm. And where is it located? What does it help to do? psych class, we learned about, positivity and behavior of welcoming new people in, no matter how their background is, and not judging people just by their color. And we did a skit on it, actually, and we learned how to welcome people, basically. And actually, a lot of people's talents came out today, because we portrayed talents from our visitors and us CITs as well. So, yeah.
One thing that we learned from the class is that we are not supposed to judge persons without knowing what they really are. From the skit, we realized that persons were being isolated based on the fact that we heard things about them, but you never really got a chance to know who the real person is. And so we learned that instead of isolating, welcome, learn who the person is, and then you can make a decision whether you want that person to be your friend or not.
We say I go, you say I may. I go. Amen. I go. Amen. I go. Amen. Never school unity together one.
I say I go, you say I may. I go.
Amen.
Amen.
Amen. Never school unity together one.
All of my guests from Jamaica, step in the circle. Big circle, please. Okay, you in a double circle. We want one single circle. Let him in. Let him in. Okay, now this is your leader. And we need a female leader with him. You go back to back. You go to the other leader.
When I say go, you say
Amen.
go.
Your turn. Okay, who said that? All right, who knows the song? I'm going to teach you a song. Welcome to Come and Peace. Funga Alafia, your turn. Funga Alafia, your turn. Funga Alafia. Ashe, Ashe.
Ashe, Ashe.
Funga Alafia. Ashe, Ashe.
Ashe, Ashe.
Funga Alafia, you say. Funga Alafia, you say. Ashe, Ashe.
Ashe, Ashe.
Funga Alafia. Ashe, Ashe.
Ashe, Ashe.
Funga Alafia. I'm gonna call the whole thing, and then you're gonna respond. Okay? You wanna come teach me today? Funga Alafia, Ashe, Ashe. Funga Alafia. Oh, and I say your turn, that's what you're saying. Okay. Okay, I'm teaching, I'm instructing. Funga Alafia, Ashe, Ashe. 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 They just changed me, okay? Let's talk about it. One by one, come on. Y'all took me off stage, you gotta be.
How are we feeling? How was the day today? Okay? So to respect everyone's time, we have two of our teaching artists here. Some of you were in their classes, Miss Tawanda Jackson, Hurdle Jackson, and Miss Janetta Bennett. And they're here for question and answers before they have to leave and before you guys have to get on your buses. So now is the time to have a little bit of debrief and discussion for the next maybe 10-15 minutes before we all have to leave. So I guess we'd like to start with some open questions for the teaching artists first on what you might have seen, integration of literacy, any questions that you may have.
You only got 15 minutes.
Questions?
Questions or comments?
Is there anything interesting that you saw in the class? Yeah, go ahead.
I have a comment. I particularly like the fact that the students were expressive, and especially the group that we went to, they were able to, on the spot, bring out what was within them. So we could see the natural talents that were unearthed. It wasn't that they were doing a role play, it was never scripted, and the message came across as clearly as possible. We got the opportunity to role play, to do the opposite of, and it was just interesting.
Can I ask a question? What you experienced today, how many of you have after-school programs where you experience these kinds of things? Raise your hand. Okay, you have an after-school program and you do these kinds of things?
We have creative dance and drama and stuff like that.
There's some comments. Who would like to have, if they could find the money, somebody with deep pockets and long arms, and you could find the money, how many of you would like to have this not only in an after-school program, but doing these kinds of things during the day to learn the concepts of the academics? How many of you would like to see that done? Okay, we got work. Okay, you see some people here. We've talked to some people that are really interested in changing how we teach and how we learn. There's a couple of people that I would like to talk about your experience. Janetta, is she here?
Here.
Could you please take the floor, okay?
I think one of the things that we were talking about earlier as a group, we work with some community organizations and some talented artists in our areas to kind of maximize our resources. So if we don't have the budget, or if we have a little budget, we can use that to bring in those people. And one of the ways that we did this is a gentleman by the name of Joe Young, who is an internationally known cartoonist. He's a director, film producer, executive producer, and he does skits and drama. And we brought the kids there for a field trip. They learned how to draw pictures. They learned how to create a song. And I think some of the people who were in our workshop today, we created a song together. We did things like that in that workshop also. And we also have what we call a can-do dance. It's very easy to do. And it empowers the children. It excites them and it encourages them to go and to learn more about the arts and to integrate it into their scholastic studies.
Any question? I have someone that is a school teacher that actually uses this during the day in her classes.
Basically, I had the class that I had, and the people that was in there, I did talk to you guys about how I integrated my unit was teaching kids how to get along with others and not for bullying, treating each other, making friends, responsibility, caring, and sharing. And today they also seen part of me teaching them how to be responsible in the classroom or at home, and how we integrate teaching children how to do that outside of home and in the classroom so that they can be respectful. And as part of the school system, we teach kids to be respectful, safe, and responsible. So by using some type of word and teach them that way, and curriculum helps them to integrate into developing into the skills and the lessons and the learning of what we need them to do in the classes or outside of the class.
Yeah, so in other words, you're preparing them for life.
Preparing them to move on to the future, they're able to be respectful, responsible, safe outside of their home environment. Yes.
How easy is it for you to integrate arts into?
For me, it's pretty good. It's easy for me because I am in the arts, I guess, if you want to say. I sing in the church choir. I'm also the choir director in my church choir for young youth. So for me, I have a child that's an actor, age 17, which is been on Broadway, and so I'm singing to mine. So for me, the arts is really easy to integrate into my class. So they sing today like it's sung. This morning they did vocal lessons, but they did the peach pie, apple pie one. That's vocal lessons to open up their vocals to teach them to be able to speak loud, talk, and not be shy. And then we also did want to teach them on friendship, which guys heard them sing today. And then they're doing a skit on the book. And teach them how we're not supposed to bully each other, we're supposed to be friends and be respectful and responsible.
Is this sort of art integration limited to Connecticut or is it for the entire US?
I'm not sure if it's limited to Connecticut only. I'm sure that it's all of, he was asking if the art's only limited to Connecticut. I'm sure that it's everywhere.
In the United States, you know, we are in competition. In your folders that I gave you, did anybody not have a folder? Make sure you, because in those folders, those are examples of grants that we have applied for. We're going to send you one. They're not completed grants, but it shows you the type of questions, the type of information that is required in order for us to get federal grants and for us to get state grants. The program that we are doing on a regular basis, Helen understands about that. She can tell you about that. It's a 2-year state grant, and we teach the arts. Through this grant, we also deal with parenting, and we have to do strict academics and homework as well. But the 21st Century is a 5-year grant. You have a copy of that. We have a small grant that we received for $5,000 to do a specific thing. So there are ways that you can support an after-school, in-school program, but the government, your state, your federal government has to help you to do that. So we may want to talk about, get some people together and talk about the ones that really want to see this in your school, after school, in school. How do we get that done? It's not going to be done overnight. It took us 4 years to get a State Department of Education grant, and we wrote it every year. And every time they said no, we said, okay, we're going to try again. That's the only way you can do this. Okay, Jasmine, do you have anything to add?
I just want to say there's arts education happening all over the state, but also globally. We're actually going to a global diaspora conference in Brazil in August to present what we've been doing in Hartford. This conversation is happening, I'm sorry. This conversation is happening all over the place, especially with the hip hop generation, how to get young people to learn through the, you know, the MC, the rapping, the dancing, the DJing, all of those pieces that is so relevant to many youth across the world today. So that's happening all over the place, and we're excited to be a part of that conversation.
Let me just say this to you. See this young lady right here? How many of you seen a Lion King? What? How many have seen a Lion King? Hold your hand. Her son was Simba. Her son was on Broadway, Simba, until he got too tall. So, once you get too tall, you can't do that. Helen, could you talk a little bit about what your expectations are, and how we might be able to move forward with this kind of program?
Yeah, it would be great if we can kind of include this in Jamaican schools in different ways, it may not immediately happen in terms of having a program per se, but hopefully that from this experience that the schools, they will go back and they will have more ideas in terms of how to integrate the arts in their classrooms, in their schools, probably pilot a small program in which you will be consciously developing your students' creativity through the arts and integrating the literacy aspects of that as well. But you are right, Sister Nandi, we need funding to effect these things. And funding is hard to come by most of the time.
Yeah, we know that.
And that is true in Jamaica as well. So the idea is probably to try to find some other sources from non-profit organizations that recognize the importance of this, and hopefully we get that kind of support. But we will be keeping in touch, they will keep in touch, because I think that your program is a good source. And actually, on behalf of the School of Education and the Jamaican program at Central, that I would like to thank you for accepting us here, welcoming us as your guests, and showing us the wonderful things that you have been doing. And we hope that this is not the end of it, that we will continue a level of communication and probably a formal partnership with some of the Jamaican schools so that we can continue this good thing. Okay, so thank you very much.
Well, Jasmine, we thank you. Yeah, we are blessed and honored to have you here. This is an incredible opportunity for us to connect with you all who have traveled so far, have come to Connecticut, which you may have not even heard of before. It's a small state in the United States of America, but there's a lot going on, and we hope that we can connect and be a part of this global movement, this change for education for our young people. And we're so excited and blessed to have you here. So I think with that, we don't have too much time left to be in the building, and we want to make sure everyone has all their possessions and comfortably gets back to the bus and safe and sound back to Central. So thank you so much. Round of applause.
Can I just finally say, if you have pictures, videos that you would like to download to us so that we can use it, because I am going to see if I might be able to see if our government might be able to work with your government to try to do a pilot program, but it costs money. But if they can see what we have already established trying to do, that there are some people that want to be in the forefront of this, then you have my information in your folder. You have Helen for the information. We have people here that are trained as teaching artists to do all of that. So know that this is open. This is not a closed door. This is an open door. But we can only do it together, okay? Thank you so much, Helen.
Yeah, and don't forget Saturday. This Saturday is the Independence Day celebration and the flyer at Central. So either 2 o'clock or 2 o'clock you can